This is why you spend time not only knowing what the organization's goals are and their values and non-negotiables. The real question you got to answer is, what are yours? Have you sat down and gave the same kind of time, investment, and energy in what you want to accomplish over the next year? Show me a leader who's clear about their goals and values. I'm telling you, a leader, even if you didn't know what the organization's values and goals were about, you're going to be extremely committed because you're vested. You got something in the game. Now, you really want to get awesome in terms of taking your team to the next level? It's important that we spend time giving clarity to our team about where we're going as an organization. But here's some information you should also have. Where do they want to go? What do they want to do? What matters to them? Now, here's what I want you to understand. This is the principle now. Your people will help you accomplish your goals, but they're only going to do it for their reasons. Your goal, their reasons. What are their reasons? When they get a chance to sit there and identify what matters to them. It's not just what matters to A Wireless. It's not a strong enough motivator. Yeah, we got all these things that measure, but I'm telling you, what I'm describing right now is like a performance-enhancing drug. I mean, when your boss comes to you and tells you, this is what the company is about, but tell me something. What do you want? What do you desire? What are your goals? Not just at work, but in other areas of life. And sometimes the only thing the boss does is walk in and ask, so how's your goals coming? Do you feel like you're moving towards them? Do you know how that is so powerful, because all of a sudden it causes me to get excited about the goals and the visions of the organization. People buy into the vision, but they only buy into the vision when they first buy into the leader who has the vision. Do you see how powerful that is? It creates what I like to call a law of reciprocity. When you start asking people, what would allow me to do a better job of serving you? As leaders, what's your primary role? Performance managing all the time. You're always talking to them about what they need to improve. But when you start asking for it back, it now creates an environment, a dynamic that is so powerful. A vulnerable environment where feedback can go back and forth. It collapses time. We get the stuff faster, sooner. Ideas exchange quicker, faster. Instead of leaders sitting back, working on problems all by themselves and still not hitting the mark. Here's what I want you all to lock onto, okay? Here's what I want you to lock onto. There is one or two things that always matter the most. But as leaders, we got to know what those one or two things are, okay? Well, one of the reasons why I'm bringing this up is one of the things we look for from our leaders is the ability to focus. So I've given you a lot of stuff, but I want you to think, what's the one or two things I heard from this message today that I'm going to take away and apply? I want you to not only think about what message I heard, I also want you to think about who's the person I need to have this conversation with. That makes it really real. Good information, but where am I applying it? Who do I need? It might just be one person I need to have this conversation with, but that one person and this conversation may cause a significant ripple effect in terms of the success we're about to have. These are the things that coaches are constantly doing. Great leaders do. We're constantly looking for what is the little thing that I can do that makes a big difference. We're going to work hard anyways. So we might as well work hard on a few things that make the biggest difference versus getting caught in the trivial many things that make very little difference. Does that make some sense? And usually the vital few things are the things that make us most uncomfortable, usually a little nervous, the conversation we don't really want to have, but I will tell you, it collapses time. You have everything you need. So when you're coaching your people, speak to the greatness in them, not just the weakness. Speak to the greatness in them, not to the weakness. But just let them know, now I'm in the business of allowing your greatness to shine that much more. You're going to still coach them similarly, but now the umbrella, the theme that's over the top of it is so different. I now hear it differently because now it doesn't sound like just criticism. It sounds like an investment to allow me to become great.